So we said HTML is the standard markup language for documents designed to be displayed on a web browser. Good. I said it is often assisted by technologies such as cascading style sheet and scripting languages such as what? CSS and JavaScript. All right. Now, how does this work? Web browser receives HTML documents from a web server. Web browser receives HTML documents. Now notice a document, right? Written, printed, or electronic words. Page with information that contains what? Page that contains what? Information. That's the document. So what the browser does is this. Once you type the website www.example.com, what the browser will now do is request and receive that document that you designed and is on your web server. What requests here, you bring there out, process, and you now display to the end user. Or the user who is not using the application software, or somebody who is visiting your website. So I said, okay, or from local storage. By local storage, I mean maybe you're not using the website, you're not using the web server. You say the website is saved in your system. So this is local storage. The other one is online storage. Yeah, we will let this in camera. I'm good. Okay, on your local website, and I say render this document. This can be multimedia, such as HTML structure for page, okay. HTML elements. HTML elements. HTML elements should be a topic or a subtopic. A subtopic on HTML. So HTML elements are the building blocks. They are the building blocks of HTML pages or web pages. They are the what? Building blocks. They are the building block. What's a building block? What's a building block? You used to see all this thing, these children used to use and play. Building block. You want to do something, use it and build. You want to build this house, use block and build it. In HTML, the main thing that defines HTML structure is the word building block, which is the HTML word element. HTML word element. In fact, you cannot talk about HTML without talking about its element. In fact, the HTML element is what makes up the word HTML page. HTML element is what makes up what? HTML page. As the HTML elements are the building block of HTML pages. with HTML constructs, images, and other objects. Such as interactive forms. Such as what? Interactive forms may be embedded into the rendered page. May be what? Embedded. What do you understand by the word embedded? To embed. To embed something. Embed. What do you understand by embed? Embedment. A kind of to complement. To make something complete. To make something what? Complete. For example, you are putting on your clothes. You are looking beautiful already. To embed something into your beauty, to add more beauty, I can decide to wear a wristwatch. To add it into my what? Fashion collection or something like that. So which means you can embed, you can add something, you can add interactive what? Form. What is a form? Form. How many of you used to fill form? You filled form, right? You used to fill form. How many of you have filled form online, on the internet? When you are applying for admission in your school, you fill the form online. I want to log in somewhere. They say fill this form for you to be able to log in. Login page. Inside the login page, you have the login what? Form. You now type your name, your surname, your age, date of birth, all those stuffs. You now click on what? Submit. You have now filled a form and now submitted what? A form. HTML form or a web form. You understand? So this is what we're going to learn. So we're going to learn how to design our website, design a web page, put our text, our image, our video, our forms, even our tables. You've seen tables, right? On your form, on websites. Table, where you present your data in tabular form, or depending on what you want to achieve, design your table. So these are the objects we're talking about in what? HTML, how to do all these things. Even your table, you can draw tables on your page, right? You can design a form here. You can even draw your table. So anything you can do on the page, you can also do it on your HTML web page using HTML elements. HTML what? Elements. HTML what? Elements. Good. So we're talking about these elements. Now HTML provides and that paragraph, pardon? Okay, I start at embed. Okay, embed into the rendered page. By rendered page, I mean the page that you are displaying on the screen. Your web browser will go to the web server, receive the information, or get the web page, and I'll display the web page on your screen on the web browser. Because what we're talking about is all about web browser, web application. And when you hear web application, these are applications that runs on on web servers and can be integrated on your web browsers. Because the web browser is what the end user will use to access your software. For you to view the information, for the user to view the information that he or she wants, it has to be rendered on web browser. So you have to open your web browser, type the website, then your website opens, you now log in and have access to the web app. Am I communicating? All right. Now in another paragraph, HTML provides a means to create structured document. Mark the word. Structured document. Not just anyhow document. It must be what? Structured. It must be what? Structured. You notice by structure now? I've said structured before. Organized. An organized document. Not anyhow, but structured what? Document. In other words, it must be what? Organized. Your document must be what? Organized. You don't just do it anyhow. How they move so? There's a way of doing it. You don't just do it and you don't just behave anyhow. You have to follow a structured what? Pattern. You have to do what? Follow a structured pattern. All right. To create structured words, calculation might provide a means to create structured words documents by denoting DENO, by denoting structural, semantic or semantic, 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 by denoting structural semantics for text. Such as heading. You know, I told you when you're copying your notes, you have headings, right? Just like this note you're copying now, you have your heading, you have your title, you have your paragraph, you have your quote, you have your full stop is already full stop. You have paragraph now, you have heading. What else? You have your quote. You can make it bold. You change your color. Change what? Language. What? Card is itching. But it's still part of it. Because it's electronics. So many things are possible. Unlike your handwritten documents. Because it's electronics, you can add more features. You understand? Because electronics, you can add more features. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see. All right, this is good. So I said such as what? Headings. I said symptomatic for text, right? Such as headings. Paragraph. List. What is list? What I mean by list? Okay, list. List. You want to go to market. It's a daily list here. You write list. 1. Azu. List of students. 1. Emeka. 2. Ngozi. So list. So you can also do your paragraph here. You can list something here. You can put your heading here. Okay? I'm telling you what you are doing in your book. You can write a quote. Then here now we can say list, links. links. Now, you see that if you want to go to the next page, you have to open your page like this, right? But in HTML, you don't do that. That's what is like computer. Start swiping your page. You now have what? Link. But once you click on a link to take you to the next page, you click on another link, take you to another page. Unlike your paper, you can just see. So links are used to take you to different pages. I can from page 1 go to page 5. I just click on the link of page 5. We're getting it. And others, some other ones. Once we dive into HTML properly, now see other ones. All right. Now, what are we talking about, sir? You know what we're talking about? No. Which topic are we talking about now? HTML elements. That's what I'm talking about. We're talking about HTML elements. And I said HTML elements are the building blocks. Listen, everything about HTML is all about elements and attributes. Elements and what? Attributes. You need to assignment. Go and find what is an element. Not HTML element. First of all, elements. After elements, it is in the context of HTML. So after elements, knowing what element is. Even in chemistry, we have elements. That one is chemistry element, chemical element. Okay? In physics, we have elements. In electronics, we have elements. Now in HTML, in web development, HTML, we have elements. So first of all, you need to understand what is an element. Then now narrow it down to what? HTML element. This is your assignment. And that is what I'll ask you to know. And from there, we'll mark. Okay, sorry, not tomorrow. Which is Sunday, right? On Monday. Okay? On Monday. Okay, now, Monday we'll start. Monday we'll protest. Now. Free man they come. So no, I don't think there's movement on Monday. Tomorrow I'll lock down. Monday will lock down.
Possible be a far war.
No, probably a far war. Nigerian operation.
Like special lockdown for you to come and
Special. Why don't you protest? No, Monday we'll sit as in confirm protest. All road leads to Abuja to demand the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Serious protest, Abuja and Lagos. This is a special protest. Our people have to shut down all the businesses worldwide. Yes, ma'am. If we are serious. Probably the Nigerian government has been baptizing IPOB as a terrorist operation. So now, and I suppress her. Because that's Monday. All business all around the world should be shut down. So the world will ask what is going on. Yes, ma'am. I'm getting my flavor. I will snap all right, HTML elements. I think I will stop there. But when you read HTML elements, you not tell what HTML elements are and what it is made up of. So first of all, read what is an element. After elements, we now talk about HTML elements. Then tomorrow, Tuesday, we continue from there. So HTML elements are made up of words, tags. HTML elements are made up of words, tags, THs. opening tag and closing tags. HTML elements are made up of opening tag and closing tag. HTML elements are made up of opening tag and closing tag.